I drank hydrogen water for 1 month. What the hell is it? Did I see benefits? Were there drawbacks? Did it give me superpowers? Stick around and you'll find out. Hey, I'm Plotamise. Hey, I'm fit and healthy 53-year-old and I'm all about aging disgracefully, enjoying the later years of life, breaking normal conventions, continuing to do the things you love, especially when no longer age appropriate. Click that subscribe button below if you agree. Hydrogen inhalation and intake of hydrogen water has been shown to have a high amount of benefits for our health, ranging from reduced inflammation, immune system boosting, anti-aging, lengthens telomeres, prevents DNA damage, allergies, energy, gut microbiome, athletic performance, pregnancy benefits, brain health, brain injury, brain disorders, cognitive function, heart disease, stroke, reduced blood pressure, lower cholesterol, cancer, Alzheimer's, diabetes, viruses, kidney disease, liver function. So many benefits it seems. How can it be so? Well, hydrogen in these little bubbles here is the smallest molecule on this planet. Therefore, it can get anywhere. This includes through the blood-brain barrier and into all cells of the body. So it's simply the best at getting around. Because hydrogen is an integral part of water, H2O, it can go around the body sweeping up not only oxidative stress, but also hydroxyl radicals, the worst of them. The usual antioxidant suspects like vitamin C, we know can cause positive benefits, but also negative benefits in the body because it acts on all cells, whether the oxidative stress is a wanted thing or an unwanted thing. Sometimes we want this stress, right? It's adaptive. However, hydrogen is selective in this respect. It goes and scoops up the oxidative stress that's causing harm and turns it into water. So if you think about it, water is H2O, right? There is some electrolysis going on in here. And what it's doing is it's separating the oxygen from that hydrogen and making these hydrogen bubbles to put the hydrogen in the water. So hydrogen's tiny. That molecule can be around the rest of the H2O that's in there. So when it takes that oxygen out, it's dumping it out the bottom, and there's other byproducts as well, and putting that hydrogen in the water, and it'll be pressurized up top here as well when it's finished. So why would hydrogen going into water help, right? So it's taking that oxygen out, and then the hydrogen is in the water. The hydrogen gets in our body and it goes around our body, bloodstream, through the tissues, everywhere. It can get everywhere. And it goes looking for oxygen because oxygen is its best friend. And as it runs and it sees an oxygen, it hugs it and makes H2O. So H2O, water. So there's no byproducts or anything when it does this process. Anything else like vitamin C would have a byproduct to it, right? Because the vitamin C is picking up on oxygen somehow, but then it makes something else, right? And then the body's got to deal with that. I don't know what the processes are here with that, but with this, it just turns it into water. So you're just getting even more hydrated. It's ideal. So how do we get this wonder molecule into us? You might think, hydrogen is already in water, duh, H2O, yes, but that's the water molecule, not the hydrogen molecule. Hydrogen molecules can actually be dispersed into water via an electrode in a hydrogen water bottle, or with hydrogen tablets, which are chemicals that cause a reaction in the water when dropped in to create hydrogen bubbles too. Hydrogen bottles aren't created equal. There are cheaper versions that you can buy online that produce a very low percentage of hydrogen in your water. You'd have to drink a lot of that water to get a benefit from it. There are also bigger jugs available, which might be a good idea if you have more than one person in the household drinking it, as making it bottle by bottle like this can be a time-consuming process. The drawback of these larger jugs are that the concentration of hydrogen is less. I purchased this smaller bottle from Alfie. It's a 200 ml in size and it has two settings, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. You press it once for 5 minutes or twice for 10 minutes. The 10-minute setting gives the most hydrogen dispersed in the water, so this is the setting that I'm using right now. It's rechargeable with a USB. It comes with a cannula, so you can use it to breathe hydrogen gas. Although I believe the concentrations the bottle produces, it won't be a therapeutic amount of the hydrogen with that inhalation method. It's best to drink this on an empty stomach, apparently. The hydrogen is a gas. It easily comes out of the water. I found the first day I was burping a lot after consuming it, but this settled down on the second day. Food in the stomach will cause more of the gas to be released out of the water. Really, you want it to stay in the water, and then the body uses the water and gets the benefits of the hydrogen dispersed in it. So drinking it at least 30 minutes either side of eating is recommended. The byproducts of the electrolysis process, including oxygen and chlorine, are emitted from the bottom of this bottle. Only the hydrogen goes into the water. It has a tight seal so that the hydrogen is kept in the water, and there's a high pressure release valve on the top here, in case it's too pressurized to open, but usually I can open it without this. Glass bottles are apparently not the best. The pressure is great in the better quality bottles, and this requires plastic in order to get the best seal and to allow it to expand a little. So I chose my hydrogen water bottle and started to drink about 8 to 10 bottles a day. Sometimes I go up to about 15, just depends how thirsty I am. It is pretty much the only water I'm drinking now, unless I work out. I don't fill all of these up and then fill up my workout bottle. You can use it while it's recharging too, which is really good. Have I noticed benefits? Well, yes, I do think so. I started drinking hydrogen water about 1 week after having a virus. I was still in the aftermath of the virus. You know, when your cardiovascular system is not recovered and you get gassed really easily, like really quickly, anything strenuous or high intensity. I was like that. But within 2 days of drinking this hydrogen water, back to normal fitness levels again. Now, whether I would have recovered anyway, I don't know, but I can certainly say that I felt much better very quickly after drinking this. I also tend to have like a low level of feeling like I'm about to get a cold, especially when I'm doing a lot of activity and a lot of exercise. I haven't had that since I've been drinking the hydrogen, and that used to be all the time. I have noticed greater hydration levels overall, but this is because I'm drinking 3 bottles in the morning, my usual 1.2 liters of water during my workout, then 2 bottles of hydrogen water after the workout, then throughout the day too. So I'm actually drinking more water than I actually would, especially earlier on in the day, and I'm peeing so much more in the daytime. On day 2 of the hydrogen water, I slept through the night, which is pretty unusual for me, or was back then. I generally go to bed very early and have a period in the middle of the night awake, then wake very early naturally without an alarm in the morning. This sleeping through the night happened again the next night. I'm also supplementing with melatonin. We produce less of this as we age, and I've been noticing reduced quality of sleep. However, I was supplementing with this before the hydrogen water and still waking in the night. Are the downsides? Well, this bottle needs to be recharged every day, but once I get into the habit of putting on the charger when I wake up, so it's recharging whilst making my first bottle of water, then taking it off the charge to pour it out into a glass, which I'll do right now. So you heard the gas escape there. It's pretty high pressured with this one. You want to drink it shortly after it's finished. It's not fizzy, it just tastes like normal water. You can't feel the bubbles in it. Okay, and then after you've done that, you just fill it up. I fill it up with my drinking water, which is bottled water. I know it's plastic bottled water, but I live in Thailand on a little island, and we can't get mineral water in glass bottles here, and we cannot drink the water that is in the taps here. So just fill it up with whatever your drinking water is, and then you can set it off again. Screw the top on, set it off again. Now I do put it in a glass because I don't want to get the bottle dirty. I don't want to drink it right out of the bottle because I'm using it over and over again. You do need to keep it wet inside. You need to keep that electrode wet inside. So I just top it up for the next time. Sometimes I'll put it straight on if I'm thirsty, and so in 10 minutes I'll have another drink. Or if I know that I'm not going to be using it for a while, I fill it up and then I just leave it. You can tell whether it's done or not because if you try and unscrew it, if it doesn't go psh, then it hasn't been hydrogenated, so you can then double click that button. So in the morning I put it on charge after I poured it into a glass, poured some water into it, put it back on charge. It takes a while to recharge. So it's generally finished by the time I'm back from my workout or shortly thereafter. As long as you build in a convenient recharge routine like this, there aren't any downsides. You could recharge it overnight, but as it's a USB cable, the only place I can conveniently charge it is in my office space, which is next to my bed, and it's bright. It's got a light on when it's working, it's got a light on when it's recharging, and when it's finished recharging, it's got another colored light on. It just is bright. It's a bright bottle, so you'll want to recharge it in places where you're not sleeping. Also, the recharge part here, the rubber bit, silicone bit, it's really hard to get open. So it's tricky. Sometimes I have to use tweezers. I can't get it open with my, like the end of my nails. It's not a very good, just for this particular water bottle, that is. So after drinking it for a few weeks now, it's probably about a month now, I'll definitely continue. I am way more hydrated than I was before, and I'm consistently sleeping through the night now without waking up at all. I've also added another practice into my daily routine. More on that in an upcoming video, so make sure you hit that subscribe button below. Perhaps hydrogen water has prevented me from getting sick. I don't know. I've certainly felt great since I've been drinking it. Would I recommend hydrogen water? Yes, I would. The rechargeable bottle is relatively inexpensive and you use it over and over again. I don't know how long it's going to last for, but I'd give it a go if I were you. Let me know if you tried it below in the comments. And what do you think? Are you going to get yourself a bottle and try it? I think it's a good idea because it's something that could keep us healthy, right? Well, let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm going to continue drinking it anyway. I think it's a great idea and it's keeping me more hydrated. So what could be better than that? Don't leave your motivation up to chance. Knowing what you can do to help yourself to improve with age and getting the motivation to do it, they're often the hardest things to do. This is why I started Aging Disgracefully. We're a group of like-minded individuals housed on an easy-to-use app where you can not only get the support and motivation you need, but I also provide easy-to-follow lessons making healthy aging simple and live shows to answer your questions. So you can create your health plan and follow it without being sidetracked by the little things that don't really matter for the stage you're at right now. I nerd out on the science and information out there so that you don't have to, and I'll let you know what you need to know and none of the stuff that you don't. Because I believe that great health as we age should be for everybody, not just the biohackers with millions of dollars. The Aging Disgracefully group is for anyone, man or woman, ready to take the steps required to improve with age. If you have a human body, then this is for you. And the sooner you start, the easier it'll be. So if you'd like to join us, there's a link in the description box below. Come check it out. We'd love for you to join us. I will also be making videos on this channel as well, so don't forget to click that subscribe button. So let's age disgracefully together. Let's live the lives that we really want to live for many years to come.